Okay, so once again, welcome you all. In today's lecture, we are going to see problems on portal frame. Uh, in all previous lecture, we have seen problems on beam, and in that also various types of beam. That means two span continuous beam, three span continuous beam, then beam with settlement of support, beam with overhang. Like that, we have seen various problems. So from today and tomorrow lecture, we are going to see problems on portal frame. So there is a portal frame such like this. ABC, AB is horizontal member, BC is a vertical member, or you can say AB is a beam member and BC as a column member. And A is supported, fixed supported, C is hinge supported, whereas B is the joint. Joint is nothing but where intersection point of horizontal and vertical member. Okay, so today we are going to see solution of this problem. In addition to this, I have also provided on your WhatsApp group a combined notes for entire MDM chapter, and from that notes only I have taken this example. So as usual, the first step in our MDM is calculation of span moments and fixed end moments. Okay, so this was the problem from that notes. So if you see span AB, which is carrying a UDL, so ultimately span moment will be span moment MAB will be WL square divided by 8. So that value comes out to be, let me check, so the value MAB is 90. And similarly, MFAB value here is WL square by 12 minus 60 and plus 60. So these are two values for MFAB and MFBA. Similarly, if you see on span BC, there is no any horizontal load is acting. Therefore, we can see that fixed end moment and span moment both are zero for MFBC, MFCB both are zero. Similarly, MBC span moment is also zero. Now, in case of a portal frame problem, in case of just before this portal frame, we have seen in case of beam problem, all the distribution factors we have calculated on continuous joint. If you see previous example, this example, here we have calculated distribution factor at joint B and at joint C. Similarly, in case of a portal frame problem, we have to calculate distribution factor at joint, that means the point where beam and column is meeting. So here, if you see this point B, we have to calculate distribution factor here. At joint A, we cannot calculate distribution factor because it is an end support. Similarly, at joint C also, we cannot calculate distribution factor because it is an end support. So likewise, we have to calculate distribution factor at joint B. So we have written down here at joint B, how many members are meeting. First one is BA member meeting, second one is BC member meeting. Support A is far support here, support C is far support here. So if you see in case of BA, support A is fixed type, that means far support is of fixed type. So K value is going to be EI by L. So if you put value of L is equal to 4 meter, you are going to get K value for BA as 0.25 EI. Similarly, in case of BC, C is the far support and it is of hinge type. So whenever your far support is either hinge roller or simple, at that time value of K is going to be 3/4 of EI by L. So 3 by 4 and EI by L is now 6. So it is going to be 0.125 EI. If you take summation, it is going to be 0.375 EI. And ultimately distribution factor for BA is going to be 0.25 divided by 0.375. It is 0.67. And For BC, 0.125 divided by 0.375, it is going to be 0.33. And now if you take summation of DF at joint B, it is going to be 4.67 plus 0.33, it is going to be 1. So that check is satisfied here. Now next, you have to write down all supports in your portal frame like this, and as usual you have to write down distribution factors also. So at B we are having two distribution factors. So for BA we are having DF as 0.67. For BC we are having DF as 0.33. Okay, now next, fixed end moment MFAB is minus 60, MFBA is plus 60. So minus 60 plus 60, MFBC is 0, MFCB is 0. Now if you observe, support A is of fixed type and support C is of hinge type. And here at support C, fixed end moment is already 0. That means we don't need to apply any type of end correction at support C, because at support C end moment is already 0. So we don't need to do any end correction here. So directly we will go to calculate unbalanced moment at joint B. So at joint B, plus 60 plus 0, so unbalanced moment is 60. And before applying this unbalanced moment as a correction, what we have to do, we have to multiply the 60 value with respect to distribution factor. So for BA case, if you multiply this 60 with, for BA case, if you multiply this 60 with 0.67, it is going to be minus 40.20, and for BC it is going to be minus 19.80. Why these two signs are minus? Because our unbalanced moment is positive, that's why next corrections here are negative. And now we have to apply carryover for this BA member, because support A is fixed one, so half of this should be carried over here. So it is going to be minus 20.10, and half of this BC should not be carried over to support C, because support C is a simple type or end simple type. Therefore, this 19.80 should not be carried over to support C. Now, if you take summation, so this minus 60 minus 20.1, it is going to be minus 80.1. This 60 minus 40.20, it is going to be 19.8. This is minus 19.8, and this is 0. So here, if you now calculate unbalanced moment, it's 0. So this problem is solved here only. There is one, I think, query. Okay, someone has asked that my voice is not audible. Just please check, am I audible now? There is some problem in network. Someone please reply, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once again I will explain this MDM table. So first of all, what we have done, we have just written down all the supports. Okay, now after that we have written down distribution factors in this step. Next, we have written down these are nothing but your FEMs here. These are FEM. Okay, now for first step in our moment distribution table always is we have to apply end correction. But at support, whenever there is a presence of end simple support, at that time, or end simple, end hinge, or end roller support, at that time we have to apply end correction. But already at support C, fixed end moment is 0. Therefore, there is no any need of applying end correction. Therefore, we will directly jump to step number 2, that is calculation of unbalanced moment. So at joint B, unbalanced moment of 60 is acting. So this plus 60, that's why these next two corrections are negative. And but before applying this correction, you have to multiply with respect to distribution factor. So this for correction for BA is going to be 60 into 0.67, so minus 40.20, and for BC 60 into 0.33, so it is 19.80. Now for this correction, we have to see whether this correction should be carried over to near support or not. In case of BA, A is the fixed support, therefore we have to carry over half of this BA correction to A support. But in case of BC, C is end simple support, therefore we did not to do any carryover of this correction for BC to support C. Now we will take vertical summation. So it is minus 60 minus 20.10. It is going to be minus 80.10. 60 minus 40.20. It is going to be 19.8. Then this 0 minus 19.80 is going to be minus 19.80, and this support is already 0. Now if you calculate unbalanced moment at support B, so it is going to be 0. That means this problem is solved here, and this is nothing but your MAB, this is MBA, this is MBC, and last one is MCB. Now next part we will see how to draw bending moment diagram. So for this case only, here first I will draw a simple portal frame. And remember, in case of portal frame, only if your column or if your portal frame is starting from left hand side first column, for that column only bottom support is left support and top support is right support. For all other columns, top support will be left support and bottom support will be right support. So here in case of AB, first of all we will draw a span moment diagram. So MAB was 90 kilonewton meter, and MBC was 0. That means span moment BC was 0. Now on this we will overlap span moment diagram. So for first beam AB, now MAB was minus 80.10. So A is left support, B is right support, and MAB is acting at the left support, which is having negative value. That's why it should be drawn above the baseline. So it is minus 80.1. Now MBA is 19.8. So at right support, positive moment above the baseline. So like this, 19.80. Now for column BC, B is the left support, C is the right support, and if B is the left support and C is the right support, this will be above part and this will be below part. So now for MBC, which is acting at the left support, so left support negative moment of minus 19.80, so it should be drawn above side, and finally MCB is 0. So directly we have to join this like this, and whatever BMD below this fixed support moment, that will be negative, above this it will be positive, negative. So this hash part is nothing but your combined bending moment diagram. So this is very one simple problem of analysis of portal frame using MDM method. Now next we will go to our next problem. In those notes, if you see, this is a portal frame ABCD, and AB and CD are having length of 4 meter and moment of inertia is 1I. BC is having moment of inertia 2I and length of 2 meter. AB is carrying horizontal load of 6 kN towards right. CD is carrying horizontal load of 6 kN towards left. And first of all, we have to observe whether this frame is a sway frame or not. The moment of inertia is symmetric about y-axis, the loading is symmetric about y-axis, and geometry of entire portal frame is symmetric about y-axis. Therefore we can say that even if horizontal support is not present to the beam member, then also this frame is non-sway type portal frame. So what we have to do, first of all we have to calculate span moment for each case, then friction moment for each case, then next we have to calculate distribution factor at joint B and at joint C, and then MDM table. So in this here only I will explain. This is nothing but a beam like this, which is fixed at both supports and simply supported at B and C, which is carrying load like this. So 6 kilonewton, 6 kilonewton, and BC is carrying load of 20 kilonewton per meter. If you just open this support A and support this column AB and column CD, this entire beam will look like this. That means this will be 4 meter, this will be 2 meter, this will be 4 meter, and this is 1 meter, this is 3 meter, this is 1 meter, This is 3 meter. So these two problems are equivalent now. And additionally, this moment of inertia is 1I, this is 1I, and this is 2I. So here we will see, so for MFAB, first of all, now here I will explain what is the meaning of left support and right support for portal frame. So here if you observe this portal frame from left side, it is starting from column member. So for this portal frame only left side first column, support A will be a left support, support B will be a right support. Now for BC, support B will be left support, support C will be right support. For CD, support C will be left support and support D will be right support. That means our problem flow of problem solving is like this: from left hand side first column to right hand side last column. Unlike in this case, in previous case, if you observe here on the left hand side, this portal frame is starting directly from beam. That's why we have not taken any, that's why we cannot take bottom support as left support and top support as right support here. If there was a column like this, then we can say that this support will be left support, this support will be right support. So this one concept you have to clarify here, that whenever your portal frame is starting from column at left hand side, for that portal frame only, for first column only, bottom support will be left support, just like here this support A is left support and top support will be right support. That means this support B is right support. For all other column, in this case column CD, top support, that is support C is left support and support D is right support in case of analysis of column CD. Now if you see here MFAB, that means left hand side moment will be minus WAB square upon L square. So if you put all the respective values, so MFAB is going to be minus 1.125, MFBA is going to be minus 3.375, and MFBC minus WL square by 12 minus 6.67, MFCB plus WL square by 12, so 6.67, then MFCD left support. Now if you observe, MFCD is acting at top and which is having negative sign here, and in case of MFBA, yes, MFBA, this is acting at top. So this is, but here it is having positive sign because of what? Because for column AB, B is the right support, and for column CD, C is the left support. That's why these are the values are somewhat different in case of AB and CD column. So MFCD here is minus 3.375, MFDC is plus 1.125, and span moment AB is 4.5, BC is 140, not 140, it is, I think it is 10. MFBC is 10 and MCD is 4.5. Now for calculation of distribution factor for this portal frame, we cannot calculate distribution factor at joint A. At joint D also we cannot calculate, but at joint B and at joint C we can calculate. Now for at joint B there are two members meeting. First one is BA, next one is BC. At joint C there are two members meeting, CB and CD. Now if you observe for joint BA, at joint B, BA member A will be far support which is of fixed type, therefore K is going to be EI by L. For C, for BC member at joint B, C is the far support which is also again joint. So whenever far support or far support is either continuous, either fixed one, or a intermediate support, or a joint of beam and column, at that time value of K is going to be EI by L only. So that's why here in this case at member B, BA and BC are taken and K is EI by L, EI by L. So here far support is C, here far support is A. So here far support A is of fixed type, therefore EI by L, and in case of BC, far support is now a continuous joint. That's why again your K is EI by L. So similarly for C, at joint C there are two members meeting, CB, CD. Now here B will be far support, B will be far support. In case of CB, at joint C, support B is far support which is again a joint, therefore this value of K is EI by L, EI by L. And if you find If you put all the values of respective E, I and L, you will find DF is equal to 0.20 for BA, 0.80 for BC, 0.8 for CB, 0.2 for CD. Now, if you take summation of DF at joint B, it is going to be 1. At joint C, it is going to be again 1. Now for this MDM table, first we have written on each support A, B, C, D. At support B, there are 2 DF, 0.2 for BA, 0.8 for BC. Now at support C, 0.8 for CB and 0.2 for CD. These are your FEMs here. As both end supports are fixed one, therefore there is no any need of end correction to be applied. So directly we will go for calculation of unbalanced moment. So at joint B, unbalanced moment of, that means this 3.375 minus 6.67, it is going to be minus 3.295. Similarly at joint C also same value will be there but positive value. So at joint B these are negative, this unbalanced moment is negative, that's why next correction here is positive. And at joint C, as this unbalanced moment is positive, next correction is negative. Okay, but before applying this correction, what we have to do, we have to multiply this unbalanced moment with respect to distribution factor. So this 0.659 is nothing but 3.295 into 0.2, and this 2.636 nothing but 3.295 into 0.8. So similarly here also these are two values. Now just like in case of a three span continuous beam, we have to only carry over correction, just what we have seen in yesterday's lecture. So here this 0.138 nothing 1.318 is nothing but 2.636 divided by 2. So why it is minus? Because it is carried over from this minus 2.636, and similarly here it will be positive 1.318. Now again we have to write down 0 0 directly here, just what we have seen yesterday. Now if you calculate unbalanced moment here, so it is going to be minus 1.318, and after applying after multiplying with distribution factor, you are getting these two corrections here. Now but here in this case you can observe for support B or for member BA, A is the fixed support, that's why whatever correction we have applied here 0.261, that is halfly carried over to support A, because adjacent support for this BA member is fixed one, and whenever we are having adjacent support is either fixed one or we are having adjacent support as a continuous support, at that time we have to carry over half of correction to adjacent support. Similarly here also that half is carried over, and these two are also half of carried over. So from this point onwards, just like what we have seen yesterday, problem is solved, and where we have stopped at this point, whenever both side corrections are nearly equal to 0. So here correction is 0.002, here correction is 0.001, here 0.01, here also 0.002. And from the step of end correction, if you take vertical summation, so you are getting this final moment value, but here end correction step is not applied. So right from this FEM we have to take vertical summation. So I will just tell you one example for BA member. So from this 3.375 up to this point not 2, if you take vertical summation, so you are getting this value of 4.469, so which is nearly equal to 4.47, and on right hand side also we are having moment value as minus 4.47. And for support A also you have to take vertical summation. For that you are getting value summation moment is 0.579 in negative. Similarly here also you are getting two values. So here this will be MAB, this is MBA, this is MBC, this is MCB, this is MCD, and this is MDC. Now remaining part is drawing of bending moment diagram for this case. This portal frame is like this. here some load of 6 kilonewton is acting, here also load of 6 kilonewton is acting. Now span moment AB was 4.5, 10 and 4.5. So remember, this is A, B, C, D. In case of AB, A will be a, I will draw with some other color. In case of AB, A will be a left support, B will be a right support. In case of BC, or here we will draw separately. So A, B, this will be left support, this will be right support, this is above part, this is below part. In case of BC, B will be a left support, C will be a right support, this is above part, this is below part. And in case of CD, C will be a left support, D will be a right support, this is above part and this is below part. Now, on this diagram we will overlap support moment diagram. So here value of MAB was minus 0.579. So at left support negative moment above the baseline minus 0.579. Then at BA we are having moment value as positive 4.469. So on right support positive moment above the baseline, so 4.469. So join this. Now for BC case, BC is negative 4.474. So left support negative moment, so 4.47, and MCB was positive 4.47. So like this 4.47. For CD case, C is now left support, here we have seen, and D is right support, and MCD was negative 4.47. So left support negative moment above the baseline, so 4.47, and MDC was positive 0.579. So right support positive moment above the baseline. Like this we have to join. So whatever portion of BMD below this line will be negative, above this line will be positive. And this is your combined bending moment diagram for. This is combined BMD for your current problem. So like this you have to solve portal frame problems. In tomorrow's lecture we are going to see problems on portal frame where three members are meeting. If you observe this, at joint B there are three members meeting, that means BA, BC and BD. So these problems we are going to see tomorrow. So this is it for today. Someone please take screenshot of participant list and WhatsApp it to me.